Hi everybody, it's Rob from flx.bike, and we've had some questions about what kind of settings and programming you can do on the display of your FLX bike. So let's take a look at the settings in your display. So to get into the settings menu of your display, a little shortcut is to hit the I button 3 times, and that will go right into the settings that we want to see. So first setting, we've got unit Imperial. If you change that, you're just going to get the metric, so you get kilometers per hour. I'm sticking with Imperial. And to navigate, you're going to use the plus and minus button. So minus will go down, plus is up. If you hit I, it will jump over to the setting, and then you can change it with the plus minus. So you see brightness is going down here. I've got it 100% for outside. Auto off. This is the bike. It will actually turn itself off if it's not used for a certain amount of time. So this one's set to 5 minutes. You can change that to whatever you like. We'll do off even, so it will always be on, but you know, it could drain your battery if you leave it overnight. We'll change ours to 5 minutes, good. All right, default mode, eco or sport. This is on the blade only. So we want it to be sport instead, because that's a lot more fun. So sport is going to give you more power for the same amount of pedaling torque that you put on the pedals compared to eco. Eco will give you less power, or it will give you that power slower than sport mode would. So you get better range in eco, more fun in sport. Power view, power is default, which will show you the power you're consuming in watts. If we change that, we can see it in current, and I'll just show you what that looks like real quick. So here you see, instead of in watts, which would normally go like 0 to 1500 here, you see 0 to 30 amps. 30 amps being the max, and that's also about 1500 watts. I like it on power to see the watts. SOC view, percent voltage. So that's going to show you the battery percentage left or the actual voltage you're at. Let's see what it looks like in voltage. Sweet. So we've still got the battery meter, but it's showing 49.9 or 50 volts here. So once it gets down, because we actually overcharge the batteries a little bit. It is a 48 volt battery, but it goes up higher than that. Once it gets down to a certain threshold, it's considered a low battery. You don't run them down to 0. It'll be more like 45 volts or something like that. And then it's considered a dead battery, and we charge it up again. All right, trip reset. If you hit this, it's going to reset the trip meter. So I'll hit yes. Now the trip meter is reset. So to see that, I just hit I a couple times, and there it is. We've got the max speed, average speed, the range, calories, time. There's the trip meter. So we're back at 0 now because we just reset it. All right, back into the settings. So the wheel size, if you ever do change the actual size of your wheels, you need to adjust the wheel size here to match that. So if you go up, you couldn't really go up to a 29 on these frames, but if you went down to like a 26, you'd want to change it to match that, or else your speed readings are going to be inaccurate. Speed limit. So this is actually the motor cutoff speed, and what it does is once you reach the speed here, it will stop the motor from working. So I've got mine set for off-road use only, 50 miles per hour. You can bring that down to a lower speed that maybe will fit your local regulations, like 20 miles per hour, 25. Because I'm only using it for off-road and I'm riding very respectfully and safely, I'll just keep it at 60 because I don't want the motor to cut off on me. So the AL sensitivity, that is ambient light sensitivity. It's going to measure how much light is going on the display. So if you're out on a bright sunny day, it's going to turn the display up all the way. If you're at night, it will turn the display down, a lot like how your cell phone works. If you turn it on to 5, it's going to give you a brighter version of automatically adjusted display brightness. It will be the brightest version of that. If you put it down to 1, it will still adjust, but it will be at a lower intensity. So we'll just keep that on 5. So here's something you probably don't want to mess with, factory setting. If you go into this, you can reset all the standard settings on the display. We don't need to do that because we just set it up how we like. Password is pretty cool. So you can set a password here. start password, we'll turn that to on. So now the start password is on, and to set it, I'll just choose a number combination here. Great, so now we've got a password set here, and I'll just hit back. I'll show you guys how it works. So back to the main display. Now, if I turn it off, and let's say I don't want my brother riding it or my kids or something getting into trouble, when I turn it on, it immediately is asking for my password. So if you don't know the password, you're not going to be able to ride. It won't let you, take off. It won't have any pedal assist. It won't have any throttle. You could still ride it like a normal bike, but that's not as much fun. So let's put that password in. All right, now we're in. Cool. Last setting here, set clock. You just set it to the local time. Okay, it's 4:01, so we'll set that 4:01. All right. All right, everybody, that's it for these display settings. I hope those were useful to you. If you've got any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. We'll see you in the next one. Whoa.